What's the deal with cutting people's heads off?
I mean, to be fair, that should be a fucking like Seinfeld bit. I'm like,
Seinfeld
why the fuck are these revolutionaries always cutting people's heads off?
When you see a guillotine, you should probably just get away from the area. Oh, Jerry Seinfeld, I'm so sorry. I love you, Jerry Seinfeld, and I love you guys. Chat tag people watching right now on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. How you guys doing? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Anyways, my name is India.
Killing of your management and your boss.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
I'm actually wondering if you were saying something that makes me...
Stop agreeing to people before you fully hear what they say.
Because the thing is, if I make them repeat it, then that'd just be weird, Alan.
Hey, Nick Diaz, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, totally. Continue, Alan.
No, you're only mad because every single time that you say something and I don't hear you, I just right away assume that's fucking stupid. With Ganja, I'm like, oh, I'll agree first, because there might be a slight chance that you're saying something that's not...
Yeah, but you still end up looking stupid.
Well, I don't care if it looks stupid, because there's so much...
Yes, you do. Trust me,
around.
I fucking know you do.
There's so much smarts to just be had from all the amazing things that I say that I don't have to worry about, like, defending myself and my intelligence. I'm a smart human being. I am fucking amazing.
It must be
Alan.
difficult defending nothing.
Okay, see, that doesn't make a lot of sense, baby.
Sand.
Okay, for one, I didn't watch the trailer. You know,
that's your fucking fault, then.
That's the only time I did not watch a trailer. I watched
so
it every
fucking
what?
Time. I'm sure the only time somebody. I'm sure the same thing you could say about the people that were at Chernobyl is the only time it ever exploded.
Man, why gotta go to the top shelf?
I don't know. I'm tired. That's the first thing I could think of. And to be fair, that was basically a nuclear meltdown. Watching you fuck up and not realize you fucked up until like halfway through.
You're such a dick. Anyways,
glorious.
Mad Mars, happy thanks,
happy thanks, Turkey.
I was gonna say Happy Turkey Day, but I said Happy Thanks Turkey.
Thank the turkey right before you fucking kill it.
God bless. Damn. Ganja.
Oh, sorry. Was that too real?
I give him pure fucking Alabama cocaine. He should be fine.
Alabama.
What the fuck is pure Alabama cocaine?
You gotta find
I think it's cocaine that's pure from Alabama.
Does it involve incest?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, I see on Facebook that Gary gave us a love, so thank you very much. I'm gonna put that in here. Thank you very much. And also, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the Facebook chat really quick, see if this shit actually fucking works, and it does. But when more, I misspelled that. Fuck, I'm so stupid. Look at me.
You are.
But we'll definitely, when people are typing more in there, I'll definitely show more of that stuff as we go on. But over here in the Twitch chat, I can see Chris Ayers over there. What's happening, fools? I am no fool. Don't you dare talk to me that way. Ganja Guru, how you doing today, man?
I'm feeling lovely, delighted, and overly excited.
Oh, Ryan said, "Hell, well, that's just cute with the W's and
Hello,
everything."
Alan.
Dude, remember back in the day when you first got your girlfriend, you're talking in cute isms, but like through text? It was like,
I still do that shit.
Dude, every single word I had was like W's. I found creative ways. Like, hey, so you want some queen?
Yeah, Wolverine.
You fucking... No, I didn't do that.
Well, I talked to this girl. He was like, "No, he had a lisp."
Yeah, I know. I got to a point where like I was always thinking like how to cute something up that I was saying. So like when I'm trying to be cool, like, hey, Georgia met my girlfriend. Fuck, shit. You know, just fucking. I couldn't stop talking like Max, basically. Sorry, Max, if you're watching this. But yeah, we got so many fucking topics to talk about tonight, as well as the fact that, like, really quick, I just want to say congratulations to my boy Alan Hickazine. You're now a moderator on Children of the Toast. How's it feel, man? Feel that
good.
power?
And Nick, I want you to join me in some laughter. Me and you are part of the fun police, right?
Uh-oh, yeah.
Me and you are the fun police, and we're moderating Children of the Toast.
Yeah, but see, you always fight it. I'm cool being fun police.
No, like, to me, I was laughing my ass off on my way home. Like, did the fun police just become the moderators of Children of the Toast? This is going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a reason why.
There is, but I wish Cedric was in the chat so I could laugh at him to his face.
Yeah, no, but the thing
is,
like,
he texted the chat. He's like, "Yeah, don't use your powers to win the pun war." I'm like, damn it.
I just want to say, you know how, have you noticed like a little trend happening, Alan, that like every single person that gives you congratulations, like, don't lose your fucking head though. Like every single person has told you that.
Yeah, even Aaron in the fucking chat's like, I'm the boss. I'm like, yeah, I know, man, but you hired the fun police to moderate Children of the Toast. We can enjoy that a little.
Alan over here about to get fired on his day off.
No, first day.
First day, worse.
Over Alan stealing boxes. What are you doing stealing boxes for? Trying to build a clubhouse.
Who the fuck texted that?
I'm just fucking with you. And here's the thing, though. Matthew Badar Which, by the way, I don't say this enough, but I know Matthew Bedard in real life, and that dude I went to school with, one of the funniest fucking nerds I used to hang around with. So thank you for watching. He says apparently his Neo Geo arcade stick is taking 1 to 2 months to ship. Jesus fucking Christ, dude! Like there has to be an alternative or something. That's too long to wait for something, man. I mean, Alan, how long would you wait for something to get to your house, like shipping it through Amazon or whatever?
Well, shipping it to Amazon depends how much I'm paying for it.
Cause like if it's like a half off deal, whatever the fuck. Cause like Black Friday does that sometimes. Like I got this Timex thing, which by the way doesn't fucking even work. But this Timex heart rate monitor, it took like I think about 25 days to get to me, just to take $30 off. And I'm like, what the fuck for a watch?
How much did you pay for it?
It was gonna be $90, and I think I got it for like 50 or something like that.
That's too long for that. Because like sometimes I bought things for like $5-10, and it's like taking a month. I'm like, whatever, I'm paying for that much. But if I'm paying over $40, I expect that shit in a week.
Yeah, Chris says he saw 1917 this past Monday night and ended up doing a quick review for it on the show tonight. Oh, so you're going to be doing that in Extravaganza, Chris? Like, wait for you to kind of respond with that. But yeah, that's pretty cool, although I think the 1917 is coming out a little too close to when Midway was released. I think that's like too much war.
Isn't it? Midway came out like a fucking week ago. And isn't 1917 not coming out till December?
Maybe, but like, how do you watch it past Monday?
I think Chris is part of, for what he described, I think he's able to get early screeners of movies that matter.
Okay.
Yeah, screeners.
Yeah, December 4th is 1917, so he actually got it about a week early.
So, Ganja, you skipped watching Midway, man, but 1917, you gonna watch it?
Yeah, I'll go fucking check it out. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, when you watch like a war movie like that, are you looking at it for the historical properties of it, or are you just like, dude, bullshit?
All right, so it depends. Like I think it was Dunkirk come out. I was looking for historical actually because that's what the director was coming out. That's what a lot of the fucking movie promotion was coming out with. They were like, yeah, we got realistic fighters, shit blowing up. We're gonna show you real physics of being trapped in a boat and all that shit and discovering war.
Oh yeah, Dunkirk.
Or being occupied.
Yeah.
Down to the point that those were real gunshots. They were like those were real guns firing real ass blanks.
Yeah.
So like when you heard those loud sounds, like God damn, I'm being shot at. Like legit, that's what soldiers hear. And
yeah, I
appreciate
have to cover my ears sometimes. Yeah,
but the movie itself wasn't. That's the problem. Like you gotta find a balance between realism and a good film, because I could watch a documentary if I want 100% realism.
Yeah.
Hell, they even have documentaries now that just act out sequences throughout history. That way, they can still entertain you, but they still have somewhat of a movie vibe with them. But you don't essentially watch those just for the history to be correct. You watch it be acted out. And that's sort of what I get with a lot of history films. So I give a little leeway if they don't get 100% right. But if it's something like Wonder Woman where they kill someone that's like a notoriously famous and then ignore the rest of the fucking like timeline, I have to call that out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this right here, by the way. I see that it's like, ooh, from the director of Skyfall, you know, some stupid shit. I'm like, I mean, you probably don't want to, like, advertise that so much. Like, we're trying to go, like, kind of serious and realistic with this. I don't know why they're kind of putting it on here.
No, Skyfall was no good to what people liked. You think you got Spectre that nobody liked?
Well, I'm thinking just anything 007, basically, because I'm like, you know, they do fantastical shit. I mean, come on, James Bond is, like, as close as you're going to get to comic book shit without being a comic book shit.
It depends on which interpretation. The ones they've been trying to do now are more Jason Bourne, so it's like, as you adjust your fucking mic.
Yeah.
The ones they're doing right now is more Jason Bourne-ish, so it's like they're able to kind of go a little bit more down to earth, a little bit more of like, not so much what actually spies do, but like it's not as extravagant. He's not going to the moon to fight a space laser.
Yeah, which is fucking stupid in itself. Chris Ayers saying he doesn't always work out. Sometimes he can't go because he's busy with something else. Sometimes it's already sold out by the time he gets in the invite. I don't even know what Little Women's that one movie with the fucking little girl who like gets small, but she's still like the boss, and she's like kind of a huge asshole.
That sounds like a terrible movie premise.
See, well, okay, it doesn't look that bad, but the only thing that kind of got me off. Well, got me off.
Oh boy, holy shit!
And the thing I'm about to say too is like really should not be said after that.
Yeah,
let's leave it there.
Inform me, what got you off? Fuck that, Alan. I want to hear.
Got me
no,
off.
I don't want this man to bury it.
What made you nut, DS?
The thing that like caught me off guard or got me like not wanting to see the movie. That's the way I'm gonna say it. The thing that made me not want to see the fucking movie is that the little girl has a crush. Like before she became a little girl, she was an adult.
Oh, so that got you off?
Shut the fuck. This fucking when she was a grown person, she had a crush on this fucking dude with a 6-pack. So she's always looking.
So that got you off.
So, anyways, guys, we got topics.
You're never gonna be able to finish this, dude. Just let it go.
Jesus fucking Christ. BBM, hey, today marks a year that you've been following us. That's fucking awesome, dude. Like,
yeah, we're sorry.
Yeah. for shit that was just said or now, yes, we are very, very sorry.
Oh fuck the dust.
Oh, I mean, we're sorry in general, honestly. Holy shit.
Hey, Nick, that got me off. But BBM, hey, I want to give you a shout out to real quick. He's been doing actually a pretty good job on his channel recently, doing a lot of the Watchmen reviews as well. I think the other show is one on Showtime. And he's actually getting a lot of viewership and whatnot. So, hey, shout out to BBM. He's actually been doing it regularly and stuff like that. So, if you also want to check out his reviews, he's actually got a good personality. He gets a good analytic view on some of the stuff. And he sounds entertaining. So, I don't feel bored watching his shit.
And the biggest thing, too, is that he's just consistent. Like, I like how, like, his organization is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? It's actually pretty cool. So, yeah, man, keep up the good work. Everyone, Phantom D Saint is how you can find him on here. Because as you can see on top, I put Broke Black Man. And I'm glad that Phantom D Saint came right away because I just be going through a whole list of
Did you actually find him?
Yeah, I did, yeah. But no, man, it's pretty cool.
I found him when he was broke.
Oh, you watched Legion Season 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I honestly, like, fandom, I want to go through these and watch these, but then I'm like, if I disagree with you, I'm going to message you personally and be like, dude, what the fuck, bro? Why'd you give that good fucking review? What the hell? But anyway, speaking of that too, if any of you guys do like YouTube video, say it right, dude. What the fuck is my problem? Talk correctly.
Go take a shot of fucking acid, man.
Nah, he's too relaxed because he got off earlier.
Oh, fuck. And because the thing is, I'm reading a bunch of stuff in the chat, and like I see how Kirk's like Nick loves big sweaty men, and like I don't even know how to like argue that because I do watch a lot of wrestling.
I mean, quite easily, honestly. You can say you don't. That's
well, but like I don't know. But yeah, he says don't.
So do you like big sweaty men?
Well, yeah, because I watch wrestling. Like I mean, technically, I watch stuff with big sweaty men.
But why do you watch wrestling? Let's break the fuck it. You at this point, man, you've dug your hole so much. You've actually gone all the way to the other side, and you've made a fucking land there. So why do you like wrestling?
Because sweat. Big
and men.
Not just I like wrestling for so many fucking reasons. But the thing is, like, I do realize that there's lots of shit I watch with guys with their clothes off. It's kind of funny how, like, I grew up in a time where, you know, you get made fun of for liking Pokemon, you get made fun of for watching cartoons, or if you're wearing if you have long hair, like, people call you gay and shit. But yet, all these men love boxing, like watching dudes work out. They would buy these fucking tapes of Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking just working out half naked. Oh, I love this. Come on, watch me and my fucking muscles. It's like, that's kind of gay. You know what I mean? Like, why wasn't people making fun of those guys, the jocks and everything? You know,
because they were at the end of the day, they were promoting male physique and also violence.
But still, I mean, they're half naked. You know what I mean?
So what? They're showing off their pecs and violence.
But like, if I like a fucking female senior, don't call me gay. Fucking 1990s.
You've done that to me.
Well, because you're kind of gay a little bit.
Oh, you are so. Oh my god! Shove that high horse up your goddamn ass.
No.
See, you're all about the ass.
He's giving me so much shit. He has given me so much shit for like a female artist, and I was like, well, what if I like female artists? Man, fuck you.
No, you know what it is. Honestly, it's just you come across and chat. Agree with me if you can. If you can't, it's cool. Just make sure to tell me I'm wrong too. It's all good. See, I'm fair, Alan. But
no, fuck you.
I want the chat to give me their opinion on this because you come across as a person who would be into metal or like hardcore rap because
like I'm angry.
Yeah, because you're always talking shit. You're always threatening. You're always like, "Fuck you, dude! I'm gonna beat your ass. I'll climb up there and knock you the fuck down, you big giant nerd."
You're goddamn right, I will.
But the thing is, though, is you listen to shit that like a fucking 13-year-old little girl would listen to, which is it's not a bad thing. They like rhythm.
I don't listen to fucking Paramore.
I could have sworn you do, actually.
I fucking hate Paramore. God makes fun of me for that.
And plus, too, you like shit that's like Paramore has more balls on the shit that you listen to, man.
Oh, fuck you. Paramore's a fucking... Oh, don't even get started. Garbage ass fucking vocals.
Oh, Chris. Okay, I can see him listen to that shit. That little girl would like.
Oh.
Okay,
fuck you, Chris.
No, but like, I mean, where's your response to that though? Like, I mean, do you have you ever been like told that before by anybody that you know in real life or anything? Or?
Yeah.
And what's your response?
Totally. Go fuck yourself. One time, oh my god, my friends were clowning me so hard about that shit. They're like, yo, man, I bet you listen to some bitch music. That's their fucking words, not mine. Like, yeah, I bet you listen to bullshit, man. I bet you listen to Justin Bieber and shit like that. I'm like, no, the fuck I'm not. They're like, well, show us your phone, show us your music. It's like, no, I bet he listens to this shit, that shit. They're just making shit up right. And I say, fuck it. I pull my phone out. I'm like, here, fucking look through it. And I was like, you know, whatever they fucking say, they say. At least they have the fucking truth. They still clown me, but at least they had the fucking truth.
Yeah. I mean, like, I got made fun of shit before. I mean, Gaja's girlfriend fucking makes fun of me for corn. I can't even, like, talk about music without her, like, just making fun of me and shit.
Hey, in her defense.
But then on top of that, too, you making fun of my Tasmanian devil sounding that shit. Y'all, like, fucking System of a Down, Chop Suey, wake up! Make up! Like, fuck
Table! Fucking on the table!
Table!
Yo, that remake was solid though.
That was horrible. And then, like, yeah, like the mumble rap, that's basically slow mo corn shit, where it's just like like they don't say nothing either, fucking over there bouncing their fucking.
No, they
rhymes
do.
back and
Put the
forth.
subtitles on. It's just gibberish.
I want to trust fucking YouTube subtitles, brother.
Yeah, I would if you want a good laugh.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, man, and BBM, I agree with you. Damn, Drake good at times. Yeah, when he's with Future, like every single song that Drake was on and the Future's like second to last album that he did was fucking amazing. It was like 2014 when it came out.
Ah, fuck that shit.
You don't like Future?
I know feelings about Future, but I hate Drake.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit when we go on the Double Toes pre-show, because I love talking about music. I don't know if you guys can tell that, but like I fucking love music so much.
Makes his pee-pee hard.
So hard.
It gets him off.
Yeah. Okay, you know what, Alan? Like, I'm glad that you're saying this so soon, close to when I said that earlier, but like, just it gets him off. It's really just going too far.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why. Who would say something like that? Fucking
Someone
asshole.
clip it. I don't know if you could. I don't know how far. I don't know how clipping works in any way, shape, or form. But clip it.
Yeah, clip it. Just like what they did to you, huh, Alan? They clipped it. So I'm gonna move on from that, though.
Bitch. So did you.
No, they didn't. Or
Yeah,
wait,
they did.
oh no, I meant like they just cut your dick off. I didn't mean like the foreskin thing or whatever. Like,
What?
anyways, I was meaning like his dick is like in two pieces. Like I was making a much more crazy joke, but he went real with it. Was like, no, we're both clipped. I'm like, yeah, well, I want to talk about my foreskin today. Like, Jesus Christ.
What are you talking about? It's the MCA's dick talking. Let's say dick sucking segment.
My
Holy
dick's a
shit.
talking segment.
Dick talking segment.
But yeah, basically, Chris. You know, Chris pissed me off. Hold on, I gotta read something real quick.
Chris is gone, man. He went to
He's
watch
gone.
Knives
I'm
Out.
gonna talk shit while he's gone. He goes over here. He goes, I never listened to Korn, and I don't think I want to. It's with a K. I don't want you to listen to a vegetable.
Oh, forgive him for
man.
spelling it properly.
Jesus, damn it. But he's leaving. I guess he'll be back in a little bit. I guess he's gonna go watch Knives Out. So we'll go ahead and start doing our thing, and then obviously if you guys have to leave or whatever, make sure to come back and watch us on either doubletoasted.com or on here when we do the pre-show and whatnot. But this is something that came up like about a couple days ago, I believe. No, it was yesterday. Warner Brothers has officially said, and we talked about this a couple times before, but now it's official. Birds of Prey, as well as the Suicide Squad movies, are going to be rated R. Alan, what are you feeling about this, brother?
I think that it's one of those things where they saw how well Joker did, so I'm assuming what they want. They're kind of experimenting, like, can we make R-rated movies with our R-rated movies with our products and make them successful? And they kind of saw what they did with Joker, and Joker, like, I mean, it needed its R rating. That's one of the few ones where I'm like, it's not necessarily the blood, but how just the subject matter, how tense everything is. That it's like you kind of needed that to be R, or wouldn't have worked as well. Birds of Prey, I could see it being R-rated with the amount of violence on screen, and sure they'll have blood. The Suicide Squad, I don't know, because James Gunn is fucking weird. So I think that it's a good idea that they're experimenting with this, because it lets them do, with rated R, it's always a lower budget. There's very few rated R movies that go over $100 million. So it'll give them a chance to do smaller projects that'll probably be just better products in general, honestly.
Yeah, but Ganja, how are you feeling about this, brother?
I'm actually kind of thrilled because I hope. All right, my biggest thing with a lot of these movies is I'm tired of them doing bullshit in the sense that they want to do R, but they really don't want to do R. They'll just say a bunch of cuss words and maybe allude to someone being brutally murdered or see drug use. But that's as far as it's really going to go. And I hope that this time it really embraces the villain, like the evil villain moniker that these guys have, and really shows you, like, nah, these guys will fuck you up and they're evil.
Yeah. And I feel like they're going to go that way, but then another thing, too, is, like, with Harley Quinn being, or Margot Robbie, at this point I keep getting, like, the real name confused with who she is, because she's become so much of Harley Quinn. I just feel like, man, I hope this isn't a thing where, like, she shows her titty, or she makes very sexual references that force this rating to go to rated R, and they're willing to do it just because, oh, man, we got to sell sex, we got to sell girls buying the costumes, we got to sell dudes being perverted with it. Because honestly, like the other Suicide Squad movie, anytime they did kind of go a little more adult, it was always regarding her and what she was doing. And I was like,
Well,
dude, it's not worth it, man.
Again, they have enough things going on. They have enough characters going on they could bounce off of. But the thing about the first Suicide Squad is it costs so much money to do, especially with the reshoots. And they essentially have to make it just a standard combo movie. The fact that they're able to go rated R with this and it's a smaller budget means they probably could do a Suicide Squad movie that's actually about what the Suicide Squad used to do, which is just fucked up crime shit. They're essentially criminals working for the government. That's basically what the Suicide Squad is. So them getting rated R and a lower budget means they could probably do cooler stuff. And the fact that they got like the fucking choreographers from John Wick, it's like, yeah, they might be able to do some cool ass action and actually use the violence to get everyone like, yeah, this is really, really well done.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, man, this movie's coming out February, I believe February 7th. So we'll see. February 7th, or just February in general, is gonna be a really weird month, man, because you got Sonic, you got the fucking
Shit, man. The Suicide Squad's gonna fail. Not Suicide Squad. Birds of Prey's gonna fail if it has to go up against Sonic.
yeah. Well, I don't think it's the same day. Is it the same day? Because we're
No,
going
it's
on
in
the
a
13th.
week.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna get buried by Sonic. Don't release anything that month.
No, that's not gonna be the case. I feel like we're kind of like overhyping Sonic a little bit just because it's so fucking stupid. And it's like, dude,
Underhyped.
you're not gonna redo the whole Venom shit again. Like, it's not gonna happen.
You
dude.
don't know that.
I do know that, Alan. I'm sorry. but
Nobody
you,
thought Venom was
Trey,
gonna make $800 million.
You, Trey, and all you other fucking nerds are gonna go see this goddamn thing. You're gonna be upset that it's not either as good as what you want your little boy Sonic to be, or you're gonna be upset because it wasn't so
As
ironic.
good
like
as I
orange.
want my boy Sonic to be.
Yeah, I know you like your Sonic. You and Trey. fucking
I
nerding out on
hate
goddamn
Sonic.
Solid. Bullshit.
I think Sonic is the worst. Is one of the worst video game mascots, and I do not understand how a video game series that has as much failed, fucking financially failed, and just like critically panned fucking games still has a game series going on. 20 years, and they haven't had a good Sonic game in the last 15. I don't have no fucking idea how a series can survive like that. I'm watching this because I was not alive when they made the Mario Brothers movie, and that is like one of the worst fucking movies ever, and I love it. And I told myself, at some point before I die, they're gonna make a Sonic movie that's gonna be looks just as bad as the Mario movie, and I'm gonna be there day one, and it's happening like in like 4 months.
One thing to talk about too, really quick, since we're on the topic of fucking Marvel or not Marvel, but just in general, goddamn comic book stuff. I'm not a person who goes to comicbook.com because I don't give a shit about comics at all. And man, as far as like phases and canons, shit can get really confusing. But I'm always feeling like Marvel does a pretty good job sticking with whatever the fuck they're gonna be doing as far as the comic books go, even if they're stupid. But now they do this fucking thing. Apparently, they made a big change to Thor, where and I don't know how to pronounce the name, but the hammer. What's the hammer's name?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Jesus Christ. Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. Okay, sorry. It's dude. Like, why can't they just spell it like that? Mjolnir.
Remember, just Mjol.
Mjolnir. So apparently that hammer, I guess, got infected, which I understand that certain items in comic books and anime can get enchanted, but infected's kind of like, okay, like what, like radiation or something? Like it's kind of a
Nah,
weird
syphilis.
maybe Black Widow was riding on it like a broom or something. She gave it fucking some kind of STD. But apparently, this particular thing got Thor infected with whatever virus that it had or whatever radiation it had, and it's called the Brood. And I guess as far as the latest issue of Thor, I think it's like number 23 or some fucking or 27. It was Avengers number 27. And our boy turns into this crazy ass Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles looking ass monster. And I'm kind of like, dude, I like the look. It's awesome. But I feel like the idea of Mjolnir, did I say it right? Mjolnir. I feel like that Mjolnir hammer getting an infection is kind of stupid, especially considering the fact that I guess since Thor turned into this monster, he's no longer like what do you call that? Like he's not worthy of holding the fucking hammer.
So this is where it gets a little confusing. The easy answer to this is when they never establish this in the fucking movies, but Thor's life force is connected to his hammer. He and the hammer are connected like by a thread. So if the hammer gets destroyed, he dies. That's supposed to be how the lore works. They completely ignore it in the movie because fuck character development. So it makes sense. That's why when he throws it, that's why he's able to control the hammer because he's connected to it. So if it gets affected, it would make sense that it affects him. He looks like Beta Ray Bill. That's another person that's able to wield the hammer. As far as making it worthy, he's still technically worthy of the hammer because they're still connected through that. It's just there's something fucked up going on. And sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, because all I was gonna say too is like, and maybe you're about to like segue into this, but like I'm upset because Captain America is right next to Thor, and I guess he's right now the only one who is worthy to hold the hammer. So is Captain America going to get infected now too? Is he going to start turning into part of the Brood or whatever the case may be? And if that is the case, then have we rendered just tons and tons of decades of fucking building a story about who's worthy to hold the hammer? Now no one is. The Brood's taken over. And it really this is fucking annoying, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, Ganja, I know you probably don't give a shit about this stuff, but like,
Not
you see
too far.
my point. No, but like, okay, I know.
Honestly, man, it just sounds like comic book fuckery, and it's one of the problems with the MCU, with the Thanos arc being pretty much over, is they got to find another big and baddie or figure out a way to continue the story into another big bad, which is gonna be very fucking rocky because it's not as simple as plan as Thor's was.
Exactly. Yeah. And my whole thing too is just like, retconning certain situations or going back and forth between like, oh, we gotta undo this particular power. Okay, we'll give it back to him. Oh, blah blah blah. It's just like for me, and then this is a cliffhanger to the book. So obviously, Avengers number 28 is going to continue whatever is obviously going to happen because they had to have some kind of good ending. But it drives me fucking crazy, as well as the fact that this design is cool. Like,
that art looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's badass. But put that on somebody else. That would be a good villain. To have versus Thor. That would have been cool. So it just kind of brought it to my mind of like, what are some of your comic book movie characters or comic book characters in general? What are some of the biggest changes that you guys have hated throughout all of DC, Marvel, whatever the case may be?
God. Okay, God, do you have one? Because I'm going to go on a rant.
I actually don't, but I want to hear what you got.
Yeah.
Look up the Lex Luthor super suit.
Lex Luthor super suit? Okay.
Look up the Lex Luthor super suit.
My ears, bitch. I'm not Lex Luthor.
Okay. Oh, but you're gonna feel like it when I finish this stupid fucking rant. Okay, the thing about Superman and Superman mythos, like Gaji could explain this to me, is he's supposed to be a godlike being in human form. So he's supposed to embody the best of humanity, and he wants to represent the best of humanity. Truth, justice, the American way. He wants to be a good person, and he's trying his best to be that good person, even though he has all this power. He can't be everywhere at once, but he's trying his very, very best to do that. He's supposed to embody the goodness of wanting to help people, wanting to sacrifice himself to help people out. That is the embodiment of Superman. Lex Luthor is supposed to be the antithesis of that. He's supposed to be a human that embodies all of the negative traits of it. The anger, the greed, the paranoia. And he's supposed to be human, where it's like Superman can't punch him. Be can't just punch Lex Luthor to solve the problem because he'll kill him, and that goes against everything that Superman is. So Lex Luthor hides behind the law, where he cannot actually be hurt. For them, a lot of times Superman can't really beat him because he's using the law to his advantage, and that gets that stalemate going. So it makes sense that they're never supposed to have a physical conversation. It's supposed to be a conversation of the mind of how is Superman going to use what he knows to defeat Lex Luthor. But then DC said, fuck it. We're going to put him in a robot suit so that he can be punched, completely defeating the entire point, because now he's just a discount bad guy. What the fuck is the point of this?
Yeah.
Fuck this stupid suit. Oh,
the suit looks cool, though. I will say,
it's
we're talking
so
about design.
dumb.
It looks cool. I like the suit. But I mean, everything that you're saying, yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. That's actually pretty fucking frustrating.
Oh,
but,
God.
Guys, comic book shit will be comic book shit. But the one thing that felt like not so comic booky, and I feel like this is actually the answer I thought you were gonna go for, so I'll fucking say it.
What's
Can you
up?
guess what I'm gonna say? Actually,
There's a lot of comic book shit, so I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Professor fucking Hulk.
Oh God, that's as far as movies. It's good luck, fucking. Oh my God, I hate
dude,
that so much.
Hulk is probably the best fucking character in all the comic books. I love the Hulk. So fucking cool. Such a great idea for a character that can't control his fucking anger, or he has to teach himself how to control his fucking anger, or he loses it and turns into a fucking monster. Like, that's so awesome. You make this motherfucker. Well, Thor Ragnarok started this shit with the goddamn jokes. With the fucking jokes. I hate you, Thor Ragnarok. I fucking despise you because you killed this character for me. And the thing is like, I can't say that Avengers Endgame is to fault for this or Infinity War because, yeah, they did kind of build that in Ragnarok. But he's talking, he's making jokes, he's calm, he's having full-on conversations. You just destroyed, like, the whole mythos of Hulk. He's supposed to be scary. And
Fuck
he's
it.
not just
Yeah.
chill. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Just say what
Oh
you're
no,
saying.
go ahead. Finish your
Focus
point.
on
Finish
that.
your point.
No, I'm doing my point. It's just I'm losing my fucking voice now. But yeah, whip this movie's ass out, man.
Okay, cool. Rant part 2. The problem with the MCU is they never understood what they wanted to do with the Hulk. The Hulk is an interesting character because he was based off the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde story, in which basically it's a story about alcoholism. And, he would basically, like, at night, the character would become this monster and terrorize. But in the daytime, he was a scientist. That was the inspiration for the Hulk. They wanted to take something similar and have a mild-mannered scientist, essentially a weak person. And when he became angry, he became this super strong, uncontrollable monster. And it was a dichotomy of these two characters of the Banner is trying to be a good person, while the Hulk is consistently just trying to destroy. And the way they tackled that character in the comic was that the Hulk is just essentially not so much misunderstood, but that there are certain things that the Hulk wants. He just wants to feel like he's the strongest. He wants to be able to prove that he's the strongest, but he can't always do that in a fucking metropolitan city where Banner is trying to help people throughout his genius, but he's afraid that if he ever gets angry, he'll unleash all that destruction. So it's that constant battle of the lines of like, I have to maintain my composure or the Hulk comes out. That is such an interesting character type that the MCU never did anything with.
Yeah.
One of the fucking best, like the Incredible Hulk movie, was that entire thing of he has to balance this while the government's trying to track him down. He's trying to be good. What did they do in the Avengers? They basically made it incredibly dark. It was way darker than I thought that he is suicidal. He tried to kill himself and realized he couldn't, so he's going to help people now because nothing can kill him.
Yeah, and you know what Gary's saying, actually the Hulk did become smart at some point in the comics, so that's pretty much canon. And that's true. I mean, I feel like following canon's not the best thing to do, though, because if that was the case, then Thanos wouldn't have been as
Okay.
fucking awesome as he was in the movies. But go ahead.
The thing is Rula's actually introduced this to me. It's the newest. I think it's called the Immortal Hulk. It's the newest comic book run, and the Hulk is talking, but he's not. He's talking in almost like it's like a horror movie. It's like I can smell your fear. I know what you're thinking. I know you're guilty. I'll get you. And you're like, holy shit. He's talking, but he's scary. That's what they never could do with the Hulk in the MCU. They essentially the coolest the Hulk has ever been was Age of Ultron. That Hulkbuster fight is probably the coolest he's ever been because he is unleashed, he is uncontrollable, and you see just how much of a threat this character is if Banner isn't under complete control. Like, because you saw him in the previous Avengers movie, he was kicking ass, he was destroying everything, he was having a great time. That was cool Hulk. Then you get Monster Hulk. But they never did that. What they do with Thor Ragnarok, they essentially made him a dumb child and turned him into what I say is basically a bear juggling. Where it's like, oh, he could be threatening, but look at him juggle on a ball.
Yeah.
And it infuriates me to no end because they don't understand the complexity of the character to the extent where they already did the Hulk. It's called with the Winter Soldier is a better Hulk.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And that's what's just so frustrating to me is like I do hope that they kind of fix this later on, which I think there's a possibility. I think that, you know, at some point, especially after what happens with Tony Stark at the end of Endgame and everything like that, we can get back to a more serious Hulk. But then when you think about like Taika Waititi doing the next Thor or whatever the fuck thing, or James Gunn with the Guardians of the Galaxy, it's like if Hulk's involved in any of these fucking projects, the comedy's going to continue. And Hulk is just, you know, it's like when you're into wrestling or a horror movie character, and then it just, you know, when the jokes come in, it's like, okay, you can't rehabilitate that fear. You can't rehabilitate that character strength. It's just, it's gone. It's dead. It's over. You basically
The thing
educate
about
your audience and take it seriously. Go ahead.
the thing about what James Gunn did with Guardians 2 is it was just straight comedy. It had not a single serious moment. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, let's have fucking Drax be sad for a couple seconds because of it. That's like fuck off. You had fucking some stupid Looney Tune shit happening 2 seconds prior, 2 seconds after. Where at least with Thor Ragnarok, as much as there were, I think that there were some moments that were genuinely heartfelt. The problem is there are other moments, like one of the moments that pissed me off. Like I was not mad in the theater, but the more I thought about it, the more it pissed me off. But a situation where Hulk basically calms down enough that he becomes normal, and it's just Banner, and he's kind of freaking out. Where it's like, yo, man, I've been the Hulk for years. If I become the Hulk again, I might just die. And Thor's like, oh no, you'll be fine. Ha ha ha, we're good buddies, right? Don't worry about it. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't give a shit if you live or die. Like, he didn't say that, but that's his reaction. He's laughing at the fact that his friend just said he might die if he becomes the Hulk again. You're asking him to become the Hulk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Maybe saying Kirk saying, yeah, Ego telling Peter to put cancer into his mom was so funny. Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah, but that was one moment near the end of the fucking movie. I'm sorry, but then what was the fucking fight scene? He becomes Pac-Man. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. But no, man. And by the way, so we're gonna end off the segment and everything. But BBM saying, but Bray Wyatt's gold, man. I gotta tell you, dude, I love Bray Wyatt. I do. He's a piece of shit in real life, but I like his character. The Fiend is the shit. But man, you can't tell me, BBM, that those fucking scenes where he's like doing the, you know, like, hey guys, it's the Firefly Funhouse. It's like, dude, that shit's terrible. I think you've seen that too, Alan. Have I showed you a GIF of Bray Wyatt doing like a Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood type thing as a wrestler?
Not that I remember.
It's some of the most cringiest shit you'll ever see. But then, like,
I'm good.
as the promo continues, though, which is kind of weird. It's like it's cringy and it's silly and it's stupid and it's childish. But then, like, throughout the promo, he starts, like, slowly, subtly becoming, like, evil and demonic, where you just start hearing voices and you'll start hearing, like, fucked up shit. Then he's, like, this other character called The Fiend, and he's, like, a fucking Freddy Krueger thing. Like, he's like a horror movie character. It's really, really cool. But the cringy stuff in the beginning, man. I can't do it, BBM. I'm sorry. And I know the chat's probably going to respond here saying, Nick, you're on. Fucking Bray Wyatt's awesome. But I'm sorry, guys. I can't do it. I just can't. I'm sorry. Moving on from this, though. We're talking about shit that just continues on after decades and decades, kind of like meandering on the same points that everyone's saying. And on that particular topic, this is one thing that's so shocking to me why they would choose to meander on this and continue on this storyline. But Albert Hughes is apparently set to direct the reboot of The fucking Fugitive. Who was
Not
asking for this?
this is legit one of my favorite movies just because of how I watched it. I don't want one, but again, it is a dated movie and there are some really kind of dumb parts, but like, how can you do a movie about The Fugitive and not just have the exact same premise of the movie? For people that don't know what The Fugitive is, basically, Harrison Ford is accused of killing his wife, and during I can't remember if he actually goes to prison or on his way to prison, something happens where he just runs off, and hey, he is the fugitive, and Tommy Lee Jones' character is trying to track him down, and during the course of that. Harrison Ford's character, when he's running from the police, he's also trying to prove his innocence. And it just becomes basically a chase this guy across the city movie. The problem with that came out in 93. We've had 100 movies about that since. And it's like, I love the fucking movie.
Bourne fucking series is just based off that.
Pretty fucking much.
Yeah, man. And like looking at this too, because I'm going to read some of this article, but like, I guess it's not the only time that this was even attempted. Back in 2000, CBS attempted a rebooted series starring Tim Daly as Dr. Richard Kimball and Michael T. Williamson as Lieutenant Philip Gerald. I don't know why they didn't even use Tommy Lee Jones. Like, I don't know why they didn't use
back then, people didn't want to do TV. There's no way they would have got Tommy Lee Jones or Harrison Ford on television.
Really? Okay. But yeah, I guess 2 months ago, Quibi, which is a short-term video platform, I don't know if there's like the new Vine or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But he announced a new series also called The Fugitive, which will star Kiefer Sutherland as a detective attempting to catch Boyd Holbrook, whose character is wrongfully accused of blowing up a Los Angeles subway train. That iteration seems to be taking aim at hasty and faulty social media journalism. What? I gotta tell you,
fake news.
So apparently, Albert Hughes directed what? Book of Eli was trash.
No, Book of Eli was good. I like that movie.
No, Book of Eli sucked.
The idea is kind of stupid, but I mean, like, Denzel Washington did fucking great, and I feel like the fight scenes were pretty cool. Considering the fact that, like, I mean, people, it's been a while, so obviously,
spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert, but he's blind. It's like, dude, that's fucking genius. Like, come on. Like, isn't that Daredevil shit? Like, why don't you love that, Alan?
Because the movie sucked.
Okay.
It was boring as hell.
I can't win him over, y'all.
I mean, yeah, the fight scenes were cool. Sure, I'll give you that. But the rest of the movie, I'm just like, yeah, okay, then you made a Fallout movie. Yeah, congratulations.
Ganja, what comes to mind when I say this particular phrase, unnecessary reboots? Like, because there's not a more unnecessary reboot.
Reboot.
Oh, just reboot that fucking show?
Yeah, me and Alan's favorite show.
Oh my God,
turned
don't
live
remind
action.
me.
That's an unnecessary reboot in itself. But man, all right. So I'm gonna have to say it. The Mummy series.
Yes, yeah, that with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that honestly was just there so they could cash in on this dark universe they're trying to set up. There was no real reason for that to be done. No one really wanted to do it.
Although I gotta tell you though, just because of that fucking scream, that
yeah, that trailer is the fucking funniest trailer. By the way, to disappoint you, it's not the movie.
Oh yeah, of course not. No, but
I was like mad too, and the people, oh, you cut it out.
Yeah, man. But no, it's just like one of those things where like I know what they're doing. I like the idea of a dark universe, by the way. Like that's cool. But it's just
honestly, I'll say straight up, I actually like the Tom Cruise Mummy.
What? Ganja whoop his ass.
It's not bad.
He's a dumbass.
I'm sorry, but anybody that thinks the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies, all three of them, are any good in any way, shape, or form is like at this point almost objectively wrong.
Well,
those movies are not good.
I don't think anyone actually even believes that. I think people just.
I like those movies.
Oh God
Fuck,
damn it, God, I'm trying to defend you.
The best thing
Those
that
are
come out of
good.
those movies was a television show.
There was a television show for the Mummy.
They're animated. It was awesome.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that. That's actually pretty cool. Kirk saying, "Who hurt you, Alan?"
See,
I'm sorry. The Mummy movies were not good.
I think
he's a hoe.
the third one was stupid. The Scorpion King was horrible as fuck. And
I
all
never
the
watched the
sequels that came out-
Scorpion King.
God, they were so fucking bad. But like the Mummy Returns was fucking cool. And like I know the CGI with the Rock coming out at the very very end was stupid. But for one, people keep in mind it was like only 5 minutes. And secondly, like the Rock was the biggest star ever.
Hey, you know, at the end he gave a people's eyebrow. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. That was pretty stupid.
The
But
movie is like, I'm sorry, but they're just discount Indiana Jones movies.
see, I don't even say discount because Indiana Jones is like. I feel like that movie was like not like I don't want to say it was ahead of its time because it's a compliment, but I just feel like that movie probably needed like the technology from 10 years after to actually be fucking quality. I did not like. Indiana
Oh
Jones.
no, what they did was practical effects in the first, and I think I don't think Temple of Doom is good. I think Temple of Doom is a fucking cartoon, but the first one is really good, and what they do with the practical effects is actually kind of intense. Like the boulders and all the crazy shit that happens, it's actually really, really good.
One of the movies.
The third, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm done.
No, because the only movie that I would say that it's kind of like a reboot that is unnecessary as fuck was Pet Cemetery. It's a good movie. I like it. But who the fuck was asking for Pet Cemetery to come back? I don't think this movie did anything that we didn't need this film. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was gonna kind of like recreate some of the scares and then do them in a new different way. And this does do something that like I mean it's not practical, but it's still creepy. But God, man, like, do something different. Like, I mean, still a kid dies in it. It's like, dude, it would have been cool if like the parent dies and the kid's by himself or something. Like, something actually 100% different. But they didn't do that with this. And yeah, that was unnecessary as fuck for me. I will say, just talking shit ahead of time, Alan, I know I was gonna start a fight with you, and I'm sorry, and I'll let you have the last word. But
What's up?
The Matrix. That does not need to come back. I know that the Wachowski brothers are doing it again and everything too, but like, dude, that's gonna be
fuck
fucking
them.
stupid.
You know I hate them.
You do? Well, you like The Matrix, so what's up?
That's the only movie they ever did was good. Every other movie they made afterwards is a piece of garbage.
Wait, you don't think Jupiter Ascending is just top tier cinema?
I will fight you.
But no, like, and I don't even like the sequels of this. I know
And
you're
I'll
talking
fuck
about
you raw,
Reloaded and
bitch.
shit.
Matrix Reloaded actually way better. Like I think it's because Matrix Reloaded was just not as good as Matrix 1 that everyone didn't like it. But if you go back and watch it like today, it's actually really good.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what to say about like some because every reboot's technically fucking stupid to do, but The Fugitive is like, let's just say this new movie's gonna be great, and let's say that the first one was fucking amazing for whoever's like really into it. I mean, I know you are. What is left for there to tell? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. To answer your previous question, as far as like what is an unnecessary, I think the RoboCop reboot was unnecessary. I think you could have made a sequel series. And you could just establish that this is just another RoboCop. I think would have worked way better because you could have got the exact same thing. You could have updated it, and even had a surprise thing of like, "Hey, here's the old guy to come help the new guy," which I always love that shit. Do some Terminator Dark Fate shit, but it just was like, "Hey, let's just reboot RoboCop." I don't think it's bad. And one of the things this is the worst RoboCop. Has never seen RoboCop 3.
Oh, you a
oh
host.
god, it's all some bullshit.
RoboCop 3 has one good scene in it, and it's when he steals like the pimp's car, and this Cadillac apparently is the most indestructible thing in the world because it's just being consistently hit with grenades, and it's still going.
It's really
This is what makes Alan a hoe right here. Is all these opinions, yo.
Yo, you like RoboCop 3?
You damn right. I'll suck the tit of
Why?
that RoboCop. Some
No.
good
It's
It's
shit.
not even the same fucking actor.
and dude, I remember like that fight scene in the beginning. I was like, oh shit, hell yeah! And when he started shooting him with things, I'm like, didn't RoboCop already establish that this shit would not affect him at all? This is fucking silly. Like,
It is.
Jesus. It's like the people who made RoboCop 3 is like, oh, I know that movie. It made a lot of money. Let's just make this. Did you watch the first two? No, fuck you.
I mean, the
Like,
second one's really not that good either, honestly. Let's be honest.
I actually love the
RoboCop 2 is not good.
No, dude, that big boss at the end, fucking that shit was
That boss
badass.
was stupid. It just kills itself.
Dude, for one, it's a stop motion boss that somehow they're able to make it look like it's actually fighting that fucking regular RoboCop. That was awesome. It was
No, it
great.
wasn't. That was
Such a
trash.
waste. Such a
And
waste.
good thing, BBM, you only remember RoboCop 1 is the only good one.
Yeah. Well, the first one, I feel like, I mean, you know, that's gonna be a whole nother discussion. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Oh
so
god,
no,
here we go.
I know. No, because Ganja knows with robot movies and shit from my fucking childhood, I will not shut the fuck up and not talk about this for goddamn.
He's gonna argue about the plot from the SNES game.
There was an SNES game. Or
Yeah.
I know. I
64
played
game.
it. I got
one of
pretty
those.
good at it.
Yeah, I believe you.
One more thing before we get out of here, though. I'm gonna actually ask Ganja more of this because I feel like his nostalgia boner is gonna get way harder talking about this fucking thing. Than
You ready,
anything else.
PP?
Toys R Us opens its first store.
Yes. Open up those sex doors. Oh wait, what?
What?
What? Sex Toys R Us. Actually, that'd be a good idea.
Actually, that'd be
Oh, all right.
hilarious.
So now I'm disappointed. It's not an adult store.
No,
Damn it.
it's not. It
Well,
should
don't
be,
worry.
because-
We just wrote an SNL
Hey,
skit.
hey, at least kids are gonna finally get a place to go back and buy toys. Like they're not shopping on Amazon instead.
Exactly, and it gets to another thing too. Like, I think more adults give a fuck about the store than kids. Kids are like, dude, I don't care, iPad, bro. Like, I can look at porn. Mom and dad are out of the room. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn.
I'm
figures.
beating it.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how kids kids like their iPad and stuff. But hey, getting a cool doll, getting an action figure, and it'd be a place for you to take the kids, like especially people that grew up with Toys R Us can actually go back and like go through and have their kids experience that, that'll be great for counterculture, because you know how many parents will be, we'll get out that iPad, I'll show you real toys.
Yeah. Well, plus too, I think toys kind of touches something back in the day. Like when I have action figures and I'm trying to like tell a story or a narrative with like all my guys on the floor like fighting. Like I don't know, I think like there's a little bit of mental work going on too. Like they're having fun, but there's the brain's working, it's doing something. You know what I mean? You can't do that on an iPad. I don't think so.
There's
But
creativity.
Exactly.
It's different. Like you can do different stuff on an iPad that you like. The fact that at some point, especially when we get to the future, how much you're gonna have to access the internet. I'm seeing my nieces that are like 4 and 5 and 6 that are able to actually like use an iPad very well. So imagine what it's gonna be like. Well, like the reason a lot of us are good at computers because we had like garbage ass computers when we were kids and we had to learn the hard way. And imagine how good we came on the computers now, except for Ganja, who just smoked drugs his entire childhood.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be the '90s forever.
He was hiding his fucking bags of weed in his diaper and shit before the cops came.
Which explains why he doesn't know the difference between the right and left mouse button.
Well, he doesn't know the difference between left and right in general. That's not a fucking computer issue. He's just stupid. Sorry, Ganja. Speaking of Ganja Guru, I want to get his opinion on this too, because for you, man, let's just be honest. More money is going to be put into this, and they're going to make bigger stores, and they're going to make more stores. If that's the case, do you see yourself revisiting Toys R Us? Are you happy?
I'll go check it out.
Yeah. Because yeah, we were talking about this before we started, and one thing that Ganja brought up to me, which I was kind of curious if your cynicism was going to show up on the show, but like Ganja straight up told me like, nah, man, what they did is they purposely had that bankruptcy so people are like, oh no, my memories, just like how they did with the fucking Twinkie, and everyone put their money into investing to get this shit back up and going.
Hey, and just like it, I will go check out the new Twinkie.
Yeah, I guess it's a good business decision to make that, but how about you, Alan? I mean, does your cynicism see that too, or are you just happy that Toys R Us is back?
No, because there's a lot of different stories coming out where people are blaming Amazon and Walmart, like, oh man, they did all this bullshit. But apparently, from what it was a bunch of the corporate heads were just stealing money, embezzling, and just doing bad investments that just caused them to lose money. I think that they kind of got lucky with the fact that the internet is like nostalgic. So when they shut down, everyone was like, "What the fuck? This is a picture of my childhood dying," and it was enough to get back. I thought they're gonna do bigger, better stores. Honestly, hopefully, they'll be more fiscally responsible. But as per usual, hey, I'm trying. But as per fucking usual, guilting the rich.
Yeah, and I'm looking over here in the YouTube chat too. Ryan says that like we still have our Toys R Us in Canada, which is cool, but I don't know if that's really like, is that to say that you guys are with it, like you guys are like smart to have that there, or you guys just can't fucking get over the past? Because like if everybody else knows that there's no money in that shit, maybe Canada needs to fucking take a little, take some advice from America or something. I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
But anyways, with that said, guys, we're going to get the fuck out of here because we want to take about like a 10-15 minute break, and then we'll be right back on for the
it's break time for my feet.
One thing to bring this up to you guys too in the chat, since we have your attention, when we're on doubletoast.com, which by the way for BBM we're going to be on Twitch as well, so you'll be able to hang out with us, still talk with us and whatnot. But what we do is we talk about music videos, trailers, all that stuff too. We have audio playing throughout the entire thing, and when we do that, we actually have to play your guys' stuff, your recommendations. So if you guys have trailers, if you guys have funny videos or even music videos, do you want to share with us? Send it over to us during the show when we come back in a little bit, and we'll play them. It'll be fun, and I actually really like just what we do on that particular type of show. So keep that in mind. But Mr. Ganja Guru, aside from the chat tag and what we can do later on, what do you do on your free time, good sir?
I do the Metropolis Network. We talk about politics on the Illuminati podcast. We talk about cultural stuff as well. We got a good old time with Alan and Ruthless, and we guillotine some rich people sometimes on the show. So go check that shit out, as well of it being on the fucking Facebook. Alan, what are you doing on there?
What am I doing there? The episode should be up relatively soon, but me and the boys at ARPG, we actually got together and did a show.
ARPG, by the way.
ARPG, I'm taking over. It's no longer action role playing and politics. It's now just Arab.
100% Arab news.
Oh, they'll fight. They're gonna text me about that one, like, you motherfucker. But we were talking about esports. So if you're curious to hear my thoughts about esports, be sure to check that out. And Ruthless is right, stay out of the Arizona desert.
Absolutely.
There's nothing in the Arizona desert at all.
Except for good weather right now. Arizona, by the way, all you motherfuckers talking shit about Arizona, it's still hot. Well, guess what? Y'all
it's a brisk 140.
Yeah, are you enjoying your fucking frostbite right now, bitch?
Yeah, exactly. Actually I am.
Really? Do you really enjoy the snow?
I fucking love the snow.
Wow. That's another thing that
the cold never bothered him anyway.
Exactly. I say that every single day.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Anyways, people, thank you all for watching with us. I love you very much. We're getting the fuck out of here with that 3 and that 2.
And that 1. Such a chat.
just screaming in their ear. I apologize, guys.
Get up in that ear.
See y'all in about 20 minutes. Get your ass back in here.